Yo nerds, what's good? Welcome back to an epic video, baby. Reviving. I'm on Tapple right now, so sorry I'm actually staff on, which is home to Tapel's, server. But I'm mostly just here because I'm just mostly if you can see the title of the video, basically I'm gonna be going over like my Labymod settings, because obviously I use Labymod if you can't tell. And I'm currently using the Labymod 3.8.6, which is actually the latest version for right now, but there's gonna be like an update pretty soon, for 4.0, which is gonna have its own custom launcher and stuff, so that'll be pretty cool. But I'm going over like my settings to like other people, because in case anyone else wants to use Labymod, or if they want to like kind of, get like a nice, if they just want like a nice Labymod settings, I feel like mine is pretty optimal, so I don't know if you want to like follow, if you want to, I guess, use my settings as like a, or what I have as like an example, you could do that. So yeah, let's get on to it. I'm only gonna review my Labymod settings, not my Minecraft settings, so I might do a separate video on that, I guess, if y'all want it, but for now, I'll just be dedicated to Labymod. So yeah, let's get on to it. Okay, so this is the home page, right? So right now, these, if you see obviously first when you press escape, or if you ever goes like if you disconnect or whatever, you'll also see this. And basically there's menu, multiplayer, chat, Labymod, GUI, add-ons, like these are like the main ones. The add-ons you can keystrokes are like, they aren't the default, they're like for add-ons, which I'll get over in a second. Okay, so first we'll go over like Labymod. So this is the information tab, obviously, like, so this is where you can basically edit all your Labymod settings and not everything else, I'll have an update soon, which I probably might update that, but so basically these are all the settings, right? And then I'll go over each of them and the one that you really need the most. Obviously first, pings and tablets, which if you go on tab, it just basically shows people's ping and stuff, if you look into a little tab, it shows pings, which is pretty cool. There's permission changes, which, so basically certain servers, right, they'll like servers like these, they would basically allow like certain bug fixes and stuff, like or certain permissions or whatever, like damage indicator stuff. Basically this one, they mostly for like, if any bugs that are happening in 1.8.9, most likely you won't really need to worry about these, like you won't really need to worry about these, honestly. Like honestly, I don't even know what else these does, but they're mostly for like the late version, like 1.8.9, but most servers they have it disabled anyways because it doesn't really happen often, so you don't really need to worry about that. Labymod user indicator, basically this shows people using Labymod. In my case, I have the gold one, which basically I'm a Labymod Plus, which is like a subscription base, thing. But other people, if you have it, you would come with a blue tag, which is basically like the default tag, so yeah. There's out of memory warning, which basically warns you, if you're like out of memories and stuff, like if you're running out of like memory for your game, it will tell you that your memory is low. But I get decent memory, so it won't really happen if you have like a pretty nice PC. But if you have like a lot of tabs open that's like running your memories, then it would also warn you about that as well, which is pretty cool. So the animations right next. So these ones, obviously, I like them very much. So obviously, people they like, most people, they would like the old classic like 1.7 animations, like the damage animations, hard animations, hitboxes, obviously all of these, I put all these to 1.7 except for tablets, because tablets for 1.7 looks kind of ugly, like I don't like that, like it doesn't show your head, it takes too much of space. Unlike this one, it looks cleaner, and you can add custom tabs as well, it looks good, and yeah. So I would recommend, if you're doing 1.8.9, I would recommend using 1.7 animations if you have the option for that, because it's pretty helpful. But if you're comfortable with tablets being 1.7, you could as well, because, but in my opinion, I like to use 1.8, so yeah. These ones, like I said, you don't have to worry. These ones are, they're like for bug fixes, usually for like servers that might have glitches. Like, first of all, let me quickly so I can be able to see. Oh, okay, I can't really see it properly, but this one, as you can see, it fixes like lava glitches and stuff like that, you know, like invisible lava and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure. Which, you know, you have to worry about that. This one and these ones, I don't really know what they do really much, but yeah, I don't really know what these ones do, but this one says, it fixed the movement delay for crosshair, which I'm guessing the crosshair issues. This one for a fact, I never use this one, so I can't really say it, but I don't, like I said, I just have it on anyways, you know, because, you know, 1.8 is a bit glitchy, so. And also, speaking of that, if you, Labymod does have like, they do have a 1.16, you know, like 0.5 feature. Usually, if you're running on 1.16.5, for the animation, if you're playing 1.16.5, you can switch if you want 1.8.9 combat or 1.7 combat, you know, so it's pretty good, you know. You know, if you want the animation and stuff. Okay, sorry. I just had to put that in. Obviously block hitting, which you obviously, you know, if you want to block hit and stuff, you know, like, you know, that little, you know, when you hold left click and right click with a sword, you know. And it's particle optimization, which basically it helps you see particles better. So yeah, so it basically helps with particles, you know, and like fix the glitches with particles and stuff. So it's pretty good. These ones I would say to have them on because they're pretty good. Like for example, fast word loading, it basically makes your world load pretty faster, you know. So if you like in a Better Wars game, for example, the world will load a bit faster, I guess, for you. You know, usually it's because there are some glitches, or, you know, usually where like the world doesn't load properly for someone, so that would usually help you out a bit. This one, it just basically, if you want to hide entities behind a block and stuff, you know, like, which I have this on, but I don't really, but I guess it's not really necessary to use. Same as this one, I have it off because it kind of messes up with like, cause it looks weird. You can see through people's avatar usually, which is kind of weird. Like you can see through people's. Usually there's like a glitch where you can see through people's backside. You know, it doesn't work now, but it would usually work. You know, like it's weird. It doesn't happen often. I don't really like having it on it. Anyways, it just looks trippy for me. Auto text is just for like keybinds. You know, I don't like to use it much anyways, but it's just for keybinds. Name history, basically, if you go to your chat right here, like right there, and then that little book, you can type in a random person's name like that, and then it'll show the name history. So you won't have to go to name MC or whatever. So you know, yeah. And all these, honestly, and everything else, really, like I have them on by default. They're like chat icon, chat filter. You know, this is just like right here. Like you can add chats icons, you know, these symbols like right here. Like, you know, it's pretty cool, you know. So you can basically add symbols like these, and it would, you know, like that. So it's pretty cool, you know. And as well as like shortcuts, you can able to add like, you know, keybinds and stuff. You know, it's pretty cool. And yeah, yeah. Display menu, which is for like, which I'll get to that in a second. So yeah. Yeah, and everything else, honestly, for the chat right here. Where is it? Right here. This one, okay, I have this little chat background because I like it, you know, because the gray background, the other dark, you know, grayish, whatever you want to call it, it looks a bit weird, you know. So I like to have it off because, you know, it looks cleaner and stuff. The adjustable chat, it basically allows you to like adjust chats like this. You know, you could like do that and stuff, and you could like, so you don't have to go to your chat settings, you know, and do everything. So that's pretty good. And everything else I have it, you know, like the secondary chat is just for like commands and stuff. I don't like to use them. And this one is just for like the mod for the shortcuts, basically. So the speed FOV, you know, basically when you're drinking a speed potion, basically, it won't really affect your FOV, basically, because, you know, when you have a speed potion and stuff, it looks weird. So you don't want to have that on. So you wouldn't want to have that on. I mean, you know, so it doesn't mess up your FOV and makes it look weird. Swap bow, it basically swap your bow with your other hand, you know. And all these, they're not really, these are like optionals if you want, but this is what I have, you know, menu background, I have that off. Information, I have that on, basically, so I can get to see information. Select the direct windows and stuff, like right here, you know. And, where is it? Where? And then this confirm disconnect. Obviously, you know, I don't have that. I don't like to have that on. This because, you know, kind of a bit of annoying. In quick play, you can quickly play from your direct connect. public server list. Obviously it shows like this over here, like you can see other servers, you know, like without using Labymod, and it shows like the top servers with people using Labymod in it, so it's pretty cool. And yeah, and obviously everything else here I would just say they're like more of, they don't really affect, they're like more of your preferences, you know. Like live server list, it basically updates the server play account, so you don't have to press the refresh button every time. And there's Labymod Settings and tab, which basically affects these things, you know. Obviously you can disable these, and I'll put them over here instead. As well as the tab icon, you know, disables a little like icon things. And this one, it just shows my name. Basically, it just hides name tags, you know, like your name tag if you go in F5 mode. Which I mean, you know, I have that on because I mean, there's no need to turn it off. Boss bar, obviously, disable the boss bar. Saturation, as you see right here, shows my saturation right there. Sign search, you can search to filter text and signs, you know. Left hand, obviously, you can switch to left hand. The Discord voice presence, if you have a Discord account, and if you have like overlay on and like your game display on, it would basically automatically like, it would like kind of like, you know, display it. Like if you go on your Discord, it will tell you like people, you know, like your status and stuff, you know, telling you what server you're on, how long you've been playing on, and you know, like, and it basically just tells you like everything, and your IGN, so like, obviously everything right here. And people can also, and if people have like as well, they can also like join from your profile picture, so like it's pretty cool as well. That's the custom name tag. This is basically for tags. You can add like tags to people. It will affect their name basically, which I don't like to use it. Honestly, in my opinion, I don't like to use it anymore much because it gets confusing. So yeah. Okay, endgame GUI editor. This one basically, it opens the GUI, which is right here. Like you open that GUI tab right there, which I'll get over in a second. Add-on menu, which opens the add-on right here. Emote menu, it opens it. So it basically opens like this. I have like obviously like emotes. If you bought emotes or whatever, and like if you bought emotes on the Labymod store, you can basically open them from there. So, and there's stickers, which you know, you can use like stickers basically that, you know, like right here, stuff like these, you know. You know, if you got any stickers, you can also use them, you know. They're pretty cool. You know, they're basically like stickers you could use, you know. And you know, like depending, you know, if you have any or not, you know. So yeah. This alternative player menu key, basically, if you press on somebody like that, you basically see, you know, the name, like copy username, report, whatever. You can add them as a Labymod friend. You can see the name history like that. You know, you could report their cape if they have a cape, invite to party, you know, all that good stuff, you know. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And also toggle hitbox, it just turns on the hitbox, you know. You can see hitbox if you want to like be able to like see people's hitboxes and stuff. So yeah, I feel like it's pretty cool. Okay, and obviously the rest are just cosmetics, you know. If you want to disable your emotes or stickers, you know, cosmetics, custom textures, off to find capes, you know, if you want to on or off, but this, which will only affect your end, not other people's end. So like, so if you disable emotes and other people, then you basically won't see other people's emotes, and you know, which I guess if you want to disable that. Okay, now that we're done with the Labymod time, now we can go to the GUI. I'll make this one quick because I don't want this video to get too long, but basically the information one, obviously I have only FPS. So before I get into this part, right? So this right here. So obviously this right here, there's like a few things you could edit for the settings. You could put it left, you can put it right if you want, or I like to put mine automatic because it looks good, better. For the formatting, you can basically edit if you want the colon, if you want a bracket, if you want a dash, you know, it affects this. But I like to put the bracket for mine because it looks cool. And also you could change the colors of these as well, you know, you could change the color. You can add underline, italic, or bold, you know. And for durability display, it basically display for your armor and tools, you know. So you can add it this one, or you can put it like this, like that, or you can have it off. But I like to have mine like percentage just because it looks, just because, you know, it's easy for me to read. Now see module name, you know, these are mostly your preferences, you know. This one for background, padding, you know, it affects that. I have mine off because, you know, it looks better like that. You know, these are like your preferences. For this, I'll say depending on how big your monitor is, this one, you know, if you maybe have like a big monitor, this one, it basically affects like the GUI scaling, the size of it. So you can either add 150 or you can add 50. This is like more of your preferences. I'll say how it depends how big your monitor is. So yeah. And this item, which basically obviously as you can see your item, you know, like your arrow, armor, tools, you know, all that, which is pretty cool. You know, I like that one. And I put it, you know, I usually put it like around here just because, you know, it's easy for me to see, you know, so it's like all in one space. External, this is for like, so the I love music. This is for like a thing, which is basically for like a music, where you can listen to like actual real music. So if you don't want to open your Spotify, YouTube, you can go here and you can play live music. And they're from like the real artists, not like any bootleg version. They're like from the real artists. But I'm not gonna play because I don't want to get copyrighted. So, you know, obviously this miscellaneous. Oh, and also voice chat. I'll come back to that in a minute. And there's miscellaneous, which I have mine's click test, which basically just says like my CPS, and direction HUD, which obviously right here, you know. Yeah. And for these, it's just for like Hive, you know, just for Hive Bedwars stuff. If you play Hive Bedwars, you could use this. Which you know, resources in summon, it's for Hive, you know. So yeah. So last but not least, we're gonna get to add-ons. So I'm gonna make this kind of a bit quick. So this is Auto GG, obviously makes it. So these are the ones I'll recommend you getting. I'm not gonna go over everything here, but I'm gonna go over everything that you would want to start with. So Auto GG, that's if you want. I would say it only works for Hypixel though. And basically, after a game ends, it would basically, you know, say GG, you know, if you want to get that karma credit and stuff. Because like if you play Hive, then which Hive is closing down, so I won't really need this. But this is basically, but if you know, okay, to think of a Hyperion, right? If you know Hyperion, it's basically a client made for Hypixel. It's basically that, but it's like the Hive version. So yeah. Obviously, you should definitely get better perspective because, you know, you can basically do this. So like maybe while you're running or whatever, you can basically do this. And you know, obviously you won't affect your movement when you do that. So yeah, it's very good. Block overlay, I would say something you would need because it basically highlights your block. I am in adventure mode, so obviously I can't really like. But if you're ever playing like a game, it'll basically highlight your block, and then you can be able to like, you know, like see what block you're looking at from like you ever see, depending on your reach, you know, according from your reach. So custom crosshair, that's a maybe. If you don't like your crosshair in your texture pack, you can edit it. Obviously, want it to be an arrow, you can enable it and it shows arrows, cross. But I have mine off, you know. So damage indicator is something that you should definitely get. It basically shows like people's health, of course, you know, it shows people's health, and you know, and I feel like I like it because, you know, obviously I can be able to see people's health, you know, and to know if they're low or not. Some say it would be considered as a hack client, but in most servers they do allow it. So like most servers they allow it anyways, because, you know, but obviously some servers they will also have their own custom like they'll have their own custom like damage indicator settings. So careful when you have this on, because some servers will ban you for this, so careful. So I'll have to use that at your own risk. Full bright is something you would definitely need, because obviously it makes your brightness higher if you're in a cave or whatever. It can treat perfectly. Key item physics. So basically when you throw an item on the ground, it will basically rotate basically, and making the item. But obviously it's not really necessarily needed it, but it just makes it looks cooler, you know. So that's like a if you want. Yeah, as well as keystroke if you want as well, which basically when enabled you could see the keystrokes and stuff, and when you move and all that stuff, you know, like, and obviously when you click, you know, and you could actually add a bunch of effects as well to it, you know, like you add a bunch of effects and stuff, you know. So I feel like it's pretty cool. You know, you can change it right here. Obviously you can change it, obviously like outline, CPS, you know, RGB, you know. You can X stuff out, or you can like add your own keys, you know. So it's pretty cool. Okay, the next one, Optifine. Obviously, I would say I would recommend you to get this because obviously Optifine is like something that's very like well known, you know. Like it helps you a lot. You can actually access to more settings, you know, more graphics and video settings, and then yeah, so obviously you should definitely get it. And the last but not least is the one I've been saving for last, voice chat. So this one, I feel like it's probably one of the best feature, like in my opinion, because you can basically chat with other people who have voice chat as well, and it's basically like a proximity type chat, which you can basically chat with other people. You can talk a lot, but it only works with push to talk though, so you can't like, so it's only like a push to talk thing, but like. It's very cool, like unlike how Lunar and stuff or Badline, I don't know which client it is, where you need to set up like a Mumble server, like this, like what you call it, like Labymod, it basically it uses like its own servers, its own voice server, so you don't need to install anything else. All you gotta do is just install the add-on and boom, you're done. Okay, and you can set up your own mic for it, like everything like here. And you can fix your mic volume and screen protection. I'll recommend having it off because usually some people's mic would be loud, okay, and it does kind of interfere with other people's mic as well. So I'll just say, like, for the sake, just turn it off. Trust me, ear raping. Someone does ear raping, trust me, it won't really be as loud because screen protection does screw up with like like the audio and stuff. So yeah. So to show an example of voice chat, I'm gonna go to like a server where basically it has voice chat, like this kind of. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly show one of the big servers. I don't want to say big server, but a server with a lot of people living on it. So give me a second. So this is a server. So this is like a server. As you can see, it's super loud, and oh my god, there's already toxicity happening. But basically, like, okay, I'm gonna go to a quiet zone. But basically, yeah. This is voice chat. You can basically, it's obviously the farther I get from somebody, the quieter they get. Obviously, I'm trying to be careful because this server is a bit toxic, so I don't want to like. As you could hear, see, it requires proximity chat. As you can see right here. Okay, so I turned it off a bit. So yeah, that's an example of everything. So yeah. So it's pretty useful if you want to like, chat out with other people online and yeah. So anyways, I'll say Labymod. So that's basically all my Labymod settings, and what I recommend to y'all. So it is a pretty good client, PvP client. There is gonna be like so at the time I am recording this right now, like I said, I'm in version 1.3.8.6. Sorry, version 3.8.6. There will be a new version, I'm pretty sure. What is gonna come out? What is gonna be like I think I heard it's gonna have like its own custom launcher. Similar to how Lunar Client or Badline have their own custom launchers, so like yeah. So you should totally get it. I can't wait for it. If you like how Labymod is so far, hopefully maybe I kind of maybe I kind of change your mind, I guess. I don't know, maybe I kind of like I don't know. I guess made it look good. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. Anyways, well, yeah, you should totally check it out. The link for Labymod will be in the description below if you want to use it. Anyways, yeah. But if y'all want any other settings, like maybe like my Minecraft settings, I could definitely do that. I can, especially if anyone needs help. Well, like like any like settings, I could definitely help you with that. And yeah. So this might not have been a long video, but hopefully I helped you guys. And yeah. But anyways, peace out. Yeet.